Learning is a lifelong process, a moment at a time. Moments that pass before us, often unnoticed. Moments that can be seen in smiles of young students who understand. The movement of creative hands. The experience of sharing. The look of inquisitive eyes. The feeling of accomplishment. The fulfillment of seeing ideas come to life. And with each of these encounters comes a teacher who cared enough to teach, who placed ideas and instruments in the hands of their students to bring them knowledge and understanding of the world around them. And in our fast-changing world, the challenges in education are greater than ever. Young people live in an environment that competes for their attention more than any generation before. Today's educators must find more creative and interactive ways to teach effectively and be able to bridge the widening gap in the pace of learning from student to student. The Spearfish Foundation for Public Education was formed to assist our public schools in meeting these challenges. Our Spearfish school teachers are now able to leverage their imagination to create innovative experiences in the classroom. And in many cases, the foundation is able to provide the instruments of learning to make those experiences a reality. For Callie and Melody, it's figuring out how much energy a well-designed wind turbine can produce. For Logan and Jordan, it's knowing they'll be able to travel to national competition to display their talent and creativity through Skills USA. For Chad and his classmates, it's a chance to get to know an elder and write a song through the Elder's Wisdom program. For Sydney and her classmates, it's the opportunity to experience bluegrass music and play in a band with fellow students through the RAVE program. For Sawyer and her classmates, it's a chance to read and share a moment with an adopted great-grandmother through the Reading Round the Town program. For Cadence, it's an opportunity to design and program a small robot and compete with others at the Sanford Underground Lab. Since its founding in 2001, the foundation has been active in distributing more than $500,000 in grants to build a stronger educational experience for our young people.
And I think that's why the community is so willing to give to this foundation, to this cause, is because it just doesn't sit in a savings account or a CD or something like that. It gets turned around and gets put right back into the classrooms and gets put to use for the betterment of students.
I remember one year, probably the first or second, maybe third year, we were giving grants. One of the teachers said, you know, I had an application all filled out and I knew it was going to cost, I can't remember what it was, but it was hundreds of dollars. And he said, I just knew that wasn't going to go. Well, I mean, now we're funding them for $12,000, $15,000 a year.
The Spearfish Foundation for Public Education funds both signature grants and innovation grants, also known as Funding Innovation in the Schoolhouse, or FISH grants. Signature grants are funded each year. There are 14 of those currently, including the After School Assistance Program, or ASAP. This is small group tutoring for students who won't qualify for special education or Title I, yet still need just a bit more assistance to become proficient with the rest of the class in reading and/or math. Often it's just the assurance that they can achieve that matters most.
I would say it's definitely been successful in the kids that I've worked with personally. The growth that I've showed, and mainly in their confidence, that's the one thing. And if they're confident in something, they're more willing to learn. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Another signature program is GATE, Gifted and Talented Education. This after-school program is for grades 3 through 5, providing additional challenges and opportunities for accelerated students. Elders Wisdom is also a signature program. This pairs community elders with 4th and 5th grade students to create a life story and original song. Guest musicians are invited to the classroom to help write and rehearse the song for a community concert.
This is probably my favorite part of the day.
One of the more popular signature programs is the Summer Science Camp. These are one-week camps for 4th and 5th graders and 2nd and 3rd graders.
Science camp would be the best camp I've ever went to.
Innovation grants are programs initiated by teachers, sanctioned by the school district, and if approved, funded by the foundation.
If every time somebody had come up with a great idea and somebody said, no, can't do it, we don't have any money, people would just stop thinking about it. But because of the Spearfish Foundation for Public Education, I think people's minds, my staff member, my teachers, that their minds are free to kind of imagine what could be.
And one of the things that we ask is that it be innovative and creative.
The number of innovation grants awarded varies from year to year. Some of the programs that are funded include the 7th grade Culture Fair, which encourages students like Claire and Taya to share what they've learned about other countries and customs. The STEM classroom, which includes automation and robotics. The verniers that you see here were funded by the foundation. They are small instruments that allow students to test theories and ideas in an interactive way.
We're seeing if the color of food dye affects how fast it moves in water. Well, so far the yellow is going faster than the blue in the room temperature water.
This is actually a program the Spearfish Foundation has sponsored for a number of years.
The Makerspace after-school program, which encourages students to create and experiment with everything from programmable drones to 3D printing. Much of the hardware funded through the foundation.
Yeah, this is really cool how we get an opportunity to do something like this.
We're providing opportunities for kids they wouldn't have otherwise. So that hands-on with the technology, with building with materials.
Butterfly Day, which teaches students like Zoe about what it's like to be faced with mobility limits and helps them understand and friend those students who have adapted to their agility challenges.
So it gives them the disability so that they know what it feels like to have a disability.
And so it's been really great to see how that has been bridging the gap between students who are different from each other. It's just opening the discussion.
When Clay Sings, a hands-on middle school program where students like Reese are encouraged to create clay pots designed to tell their personal stories.
We just didn't want our children to suffer for the lack of these kinds of opportunities. You want your kids to graduate from our high school and be able to go where they want to go, do what they want to do, and take a step into the future.
The Spearfish Foundation for Public Education has set a course for success for hundreds of Spearfish students, and they've done this seamlessly within the school district.
All of the different programs that they fund, arts in the schools, to gifted and talented education, to the various field trips and so on, is just phenomenal. Things that we would not be able to do without them. And what amazes me is that their ability to raise that money and the hard work that everybody puts in on the foundation board to do that year after year after year for our kids. That just, it completely amazes me.
If you would like to donate to the foundation or find out more information, please visit the Spearfish Foundation for Public Education website at spearfishschools.org. Thank you for your time.